BTEC playlist is back, boys! It's been way too long since my last one. I think it was last year? It was like November, dude. What the fuck? This is going to be back in normal schedule every month. So this will count as the June one. July will be the next one. So since it has been a long time since the last one, I'm assuming more people, you know, many people have subscribed since the last one came out, so you may not be familiar with this series. So basically, to put it simply, it's just a bunch of songs I really like in a play. I'm just talking about what I've been listening to recently, just organizing a playlist. There are a few little rules, like I'll never have the same artist twice in the playlist, and I can't use a song I've already used in another BTEC playlist, and I always start off the BTEC playlist with an opening track, and that's about it, really. This one is 20 songs. I have 20 tracks. 1 hour, 22 minutes of music. So, you know, let's go. Let's do it. Track 1. Jola Tengo, Big Day Coming, from the album Painful. The lyrics kind of sort of look about like a burning anticipation kind of thing, like you're just looking forward to like a big day coming, and it's sort of like keeping you up at night and whatnot. Has this sort of like wandering, emotive kind of pull to it that I think is pretty effective, and that lead organ really drives the song quite nicely. I think it's a pretty great opening track. Really kicks off the album quite nicely, just kind of like pulls you in, envelops you quite well. It's pretty great. Next track is shout out to that guy, the guy from Lastfm. I don't know what your name is, but you said, yo, have you heard the new Stella Donnelly album? He said something like, I'm not sure if it'll be your thing. And then when I saw that comment, I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that album. I should go check it out. Thank you so much for messaging, because I went and listened to it, and it's fucking wicked. The song I've chosen from it is Allergies, which this song is a breakup song, but bro, her performance, she is literally crying. It sounds, I think you hear her like sniffle. It sounds like she is crying as she's performing it, and it's fucking beautiful. And I love the guitar as well. It really perfectly complements her voice. Such a stunning song, really full of gems, that album. Track number 3 is an artist I've covered a few times, I think, on the BTEC playlist. UYAMA HIROTO. The song Taiko, bro, the crescendo on this fucking song, the piano, the way it builds, it's oh man, it's throttling. It's like when the piano sort of like thrusts in the gear properly. It's like you just transcend to the fucking 5th dimension or some shit. It's quite lovely. Next up I have Freddie Gibbs and MADLIB, Bandana this month. I'm fucking excited. Oh wait, no, that's not number. Sorry, I skipped a song. That's the 5th track. Track 4 is actually by J. Paul. J. Paul, I only found out who this guy is like a week ago. I had never heard his name before, and he got like his album leaked in 2013, and he just dipped from the music industry for like 6 years, and now he's returned and he's officially released what was leaked onto streaming platforms. And I've been enjoying the album. I think it's actually really creative, really one of a kind, really interesting production. The grooves are super bouncy, and he just combines so many odd sounds, brings them all together really comfortably. And the song I've chosen from it is love that hook, man. I think it's so, the synths he uses as well are just so damn catchy and fun. The little like bongos and congos and shit, I think that's what they are. The drums is really... What? Next up I have the Freddie Gibbs song, Bandana. Yeah. Crime Pays is the song. Love the little guitar, really nice sampling there from MADLIB. You know, MADLIB's the sample god, bro, come on. They just, yeah, smooth beat, buttery smooth beat, and just as usual, Freddie Gibbs' flow is buttery smooth. I love the way he kind of like speeds it up with every line. He like jams in a few more syllables, and he just makes it flow so effortlessly. And the little outro at the very end, the beat switches up a little bit, and I think that's a really nice touch. Next track is my boy, you know the boy, the PLAYBOI, CARTI.
In New York, I'm Millie Rock, I did it in my sock, I did it in my sock, selling every rock. In New York, I'm Millie Rock, when I drop, try they all gon' flop, when I drop, try they all gon' flop, when I drop, sound like cat, I'm soldier, damn I thought I told you, shooting like a soldier, like I'm from MAGNOLIA, always
Yeah, I think this is one of the best trap singles, probably ever. I can't believe I hated this album when it came out. I cannot believe that. This album is too lovable. It's fucking brilliant. Dude, PLAYBOI CARTI is wonderful. His music is absolute bliss. I listened to this quite a few times, waiting for Amy to arrive in the UK. I wish Amy was here right now, honestly. You know, I think her presence would be lovely. But yeah, hopefully maybe next video we can get Amy to join us. But anyway, yeah, let me move on to the next track. Another song. Okay, this next track, dude, I have had this song stuck in my head for what feels like 27 years.
Not enough for move to the side.
A good friend of mine put me onto this guy a while ago, and I thought he sucked. I was like, this guy's horrible. But then I checked out his project, and it's really catchy. This song is really catchy. I just found this track and one other one, the song Deity. These two songs I can't get out of my head. I think he's just one of the more charming and likable people in that scene, and he's actually a YouTuber as well. He was a YouTuber, and he had like little producer videos where he'd like recreate beats, like he recreates like the Magnolia beat in 2 minutes and just sort of like puts it together and shows little challenges like make a beat only using your voice or some shit like that. Like he does really cool things like that, and this track has just been in my head a lot. I'm not really a huge fan of the guy, but he has a decent knack for a solid hook, and his production is pretty, you know, solid as well. So yeah, shout out to Aries, man. Shout out to Aries. Next up, I have HUERCO S with the song Marked for Life. Now, I don't know what it is about this album, but it's just astonishing to me. Like it's very minimalist. There's not a lot happening. It's very repetitive, but something about these songs on this album, it's just fucking gorgeous. Something that's just crushingly beautiful. And this track especially has these really vulnerable sounding little bleepy synths that just kind of circle around my head as I hear it, and the song just immerses me so much the more I hear it. And then the way these tracks just use repetition so effectively, I don't know how they're so moving, but I just think they're really, really fascinating. So shout out to HUERCO S. Next up is LOSCIL with the song Emma, I'm not sure, but the reverb guitar on this song is absolute fucking heaven, bro. If you're into ambient techno and ambient dub and glitch type stuff, this LOSCIL guy, he's kind of a fucking plug. So yeah, I would recommend First and Arrows. Really, really sweet album right there. Next up I have ASAP Rocky with JD, a very short track from At Long Last ASAP, but fucking this beat is just evil. I love this fucking production. It's so menacing, it's so druggy, it's just so, and that little like little ad-lib in the background, I don't know, dude, that shit is hype as hell. It's like a minute 46 seconds. This track is just such a thrill to me. Really cool moment on At Long Last ASAP. DIOS Trio, the song High on Bikes. Now this is some groovy math rock right here. It's very jovial, it's really bustling, it's got plenty of insanely infectious melodies and chord progressions going on. So yeah, that's High on Bikes by DIOS Trio. I hope I'm pronouncing that one right. Really, really great math rock. Next up I have Ski Mask with KOZMIC Compro. Pretty recently I was like, man, Compro is the fucking shit. I've not heard it in a little while. I'm gonna come back to it and just make sure I'm comfortable with my decision to give it the title of the best album of 2018. The kind of shimmering synths, the kind of the way they kind of like cycle really, like, you know, the drums just kind of ping off of those synths really like manically. It's so cool. It's one of the most creative tracks on the album. I think it's an absolutely magical listen, man, and it's probably going to go down as a decade favorite for me. I love Compro. Next up I have What Would MEEK Do by PUSHAT and Kanye West. Daytona, dude. Came back to Daytona pretty recent. Don't do it. I know what you're...
Better than Kids See Ghosts.
Better than Kids. I don't know if it beats Kids See Ghosts for me yet. I need to come back. Fucking Daytona, it's over time, it's gotten better for me, so nice one. Next up I have the Shamanic Vision by Waste of Space Orchestra from the album Symbiosis. Now, I've seen some split takes on this album from people I'm friends with on Rate Your Music and shit. Some people think it's like a 5, some people think it's like a fucking 9, and it's quite high up on the charts and all that, and I was curious to hear it myself. Mate, this is fucking great. I'm really liking it. I've only heard it a few times, but this track is track 2, and this is a standout for me. I need to hear it some more, but I might actually review this album because I think it's pretty fucking interesting. Next up I have a song from the fucking best album ever, Memory Loss by the Radio Department from Clinging to a Scheme. This track's lyrics, man, they're pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what they mean, but it's like, it sort of sounds like he's not wanting to admit something because what he has is so special. And if he admits it, then it would fuck everything up. It's kind of the general motive I get, which I think is really beautiful. And the outro with those little horns, those like lo-fi horns, it's such a simple melody, and it goes on for quite a while, but it's fucking gorgeous. I don't know, there's something about this album has its melodic sweetness just done so perfectly. The melodies are just so they're so in tune with everything else that's happening on these songs. And even though the vocals are often kind of muffled and kind of buried in the mix at times, they just sound so vulnerable. I think it's a really gorgeous track. But moving on from there, I have another 10 out of 10 project. Sam Gellaitry's Escapism. This track is Hyena. Hyena by Sam Gellaitry. I don't think any song inspires me more than this track, because the way this track ends is actually ridiculous. The way he jumps from a literal all-out fucking banger to something like tear-jerkingly gorgeous is fucking magnificent. Like, I hope to achieve Hyena by Sam Gellaitry one day. That song is unreal. Next up I have Burial with Hiders. Dude, when the drums come in on this track, it's not fucking normal, bro. Rival Dealer, hey, Rival Dealer, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, hook me up. Hey, there we go. You guys are sleeping on this Rival Dealer, bro. The vocals on Hiders too, lovely. All around, this track is just an absolute fucking mesmeric overload of gorgeous heaven shit. I think it's one of his best songs. Burial, we need a new album, mate. I love all these EPs are cool and shit, but it's been like 11 years.
It's been like 11.
11.
It's been like 11 years. 11.
Carry Low. You know that album? That's a good one. Death with Dignity, the opening track by Sufjan Stevens from the album Carry Low. Spirit of my silence, I can hear you, but I'm afraid to be near you, but I don't know where to begin. Isn't that a gorgeous track? That's a lovely track. And this whole album is fucking heart-wrenching, man. I recently heard it on the way back from a funeral, and since then I've just been infatuated with it, which is like the most, like, you know, it's either the most ideal setting to hear it in or the least, depending on your perspective. But yeah, man, I can't believe at one point I had this album at 6, because it's like, honestly, like 9 out of 10 territory. Balls with Red Sox Pugie. Oh hell no! These bro? This Antidotes is crazy, bro. Antidotes is just fucking. I'm not gonna say that. What I was about to say was absurdly cringy. I'm glad I stopped myself. But it is banger central. It's banger central, and it's.
Were you gonna say Bob said?
I was gonna say Bob said. Antidotes though. This is. I mean, Falls. I think I'm just kind of a slut for Falls, man. Something about their hooks it just gets me going, bro. Like, yeah. Fuck! Oh! Anyway, let me just end off. Okay, yeah, Falls, Antidotes by Falls, go hear it. It's excellent. Anyway, the final track, I always end it off on, like, the track of the month, but it hasn't been a month since the last one, so I'm gonna just pick a fucking great song that I think is perfect. And that is Cameo Lover by Kimbra from the album Vows. Literally a flawless pop song. There is nothing this track does wrong. The melodies on this song at the end when she's like is the best shit ever. That part is golden. And the fucking strings, the way they join the hook at the end and make it sound 27 times more transcendent. Yeah, this track is a flawless pop song, man. Cameo Lover by Kimbra, track 3 on Vows. Unreal, man. And there you go, that's the playlist. Hope you like these tracks. Yeah, hope you like the video. I'm glad I'm doing this again, man. I'm gonna try and get a bit more. I feel like I've been taking YouTube a bit too, like, seriously. I've had a bit more of a bit too much tunnel vision with my videos lately. It's just been like, album review. I want to just, you know, let's just relax. Just let loose. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think this video will help propel that into being. So, but yeah, hope you had a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Enjoy your day. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!